I get this asked quite often, how do we make our maps? This is the way we make it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. I'll tell you, Google Maps makes it real easy. You can find out all kinds of things. Right here we're going to make a quick map. Usually we meet at Home Depot and then we take off from there. I'm going to put our location right here, directions from here, and just to kind of make it a little bit different, we're going to head over to St. Augustine. They moved it. And when we go to St. Augustine, we know that the old town in St. Augustine is around this area here. And we know the parking's here, so we're going to put directions to here. Google Maps, we always use that. Now, Google Maps is going to say, hey, Mike, we got a couple of different ways of going. We got this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Well, we're going to use this route here. And the only thing we're going to do a little different is we want to go up this Highway 21. And when we did that, that's pretty much the route that we want to take. And the biggest thing when you're working with, like we work with Basecamp, the biggest thing, you're going to want to put a waypoint here, waypoint here, waypoint here, all these different waypoints, so that your GPS will have no chance to go to the fastest or the shortest or this one or the motorcycle one. It just takes you right to it. From there, we know we're going to go to Palaca, and we already know there's a gas station right around here in East Palaca, and it's our raceway. We're going to go here. Now it's going to be added destination. Now we're going to look at our route. Is this pretty much what we want? Yes, it is. Now we're going home. We want to go a little bit past where we started from. So this is where we meet. I'm going to put us right here at a destination. That's our total ride, 158 miles. Hey, wasn't that quick in making the route? That is what we're going to stick with, and that is also what we have just dragged the address we talk about in a minute and put it there, same map. Okay, now back to this, just to show you a few things with Google Maps. You can always go to the little man here and you can see what these roads look like. And there's some nice ones down here. Go in here and just click on it and you can see what's down there, what the road looks like. Man, that's pretty cool. So you get plenty of ideas like that. Not only that, you can end up bringing another map up here, or you can take that way and do satellite view, and you can see all the satellite view with a lot of these areas. Google Maps is what we use, and that's what you just seen us make a map very, very quickly. And then the fun begins. Now that we got the map that we're going to work with, if we haven't got time right now to finish it, or you just want to be on the lose it, what I always do is this address bar, left click on it, and there's the address. This is the address that will link up this map. You can take this address bar, bring it over here, click on it one more time, and I'm going to change the name. Instead of having it all that stuff, I'm going to put St. Augustine. And I'm going to put 2019. This is the route we took then. Hit enter. Now, one thing you want to do, like up there right now, we got the link that goes right to that map we made. But if we ever go back to that map and we decide we're going to add in a couple of stops or we're going to change some roads, just remember to save that map again, because it's no longer the same map. Now it's a whole different route. We went this way, so you'd have to save that address bar and get rid of the old one. But we're keeping this map, so we're staying right here, and this is our map that we're going to work off of. Now, for you guys just wanting to know how we make our maps, that is it. Now, for those that want to stick around, how we bring that to base camp with our Garmin, this is the next part. This is the hand thing we do. We're going to convert that other map that we have right here. We're going to convert it to a GPX map. And what's really a pain with that is I'll zoom in here and I'll start. I got to match the map. Where's Gainesville? We're right here. I got to match the map with waypoints. I know we're going to start off here, so I'll put a waypoint here. I know we're going to go down to 15th Street, and I'm going to put a waypoint there. New waypoint. Then I know we're going to go 222, so right in here. And it always pays to zoom in, because just in case it's a 4-lane, if it's a place you're not familiar with, I'll put another waypoint. And I just keep doing that. We're going to go this little dip here. We're going to go stay on 21, new waypoint. So you can go ahead and go all through your map, put all your waypoints going by your Google Maps. And this is where we started. There's the Home Depot in here. That was our first waypoint. I'm going to put the other waypoint, see the 4 lanes? Right here. That's going to be our last one. With base camp, I'll go to File. I'll go to File and New, and it's going to be a route. My first, you see that little pencil there? Get rid of him. I hate that guy. Every time I click on something here, it throws another waypoint on the list. It's for making waypoints. I rather right click with the hand and add waypoints. This will be our first waypoint, 1007. So we'll drag it in. And our next waypoint will be making a right on 5122. I'll drag it. And then I'll go. Now it's starting to make my route. My next waypoint is going to be 4485 plus 4485 right there. Recalculate. Okay, from there, my next waypoint, remember this Melrose one right here, that's where we're going to stop. That's 360. What I really can do with that 360 State Road, I can click on it, and I can put here stop. And that, all that does, it kind of, I realize we're doing that on the way home, so I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to use the wrong waypoint there. So go back to Melrose. So the next waypoint I'm using is 866. Go here, plus 866. Recalculate. There's my route. Next waypoint, and you end up doing this for all of them. You get all the waypoints that you put in, you start attaching them. I'm going to tell you, everybody has different settings for their GPS. Some have it fast, some have it shortest distance, some have it for motorcycles, some have for something else. This will change your route. And I have gotten a habit, if I see any roads that might be conflicting with my route, I will go ahead and put extra waypoints in. That way, it doesn't give it a chance to veer off, because you might have it on motorcycle, and since there's no waypoints here, the motorcycle setting might say, hey, this is a nicer road, and then come on this. So your whole route has changed. Whereas if you put another waypoint right there in line on your route list, it will it'll keep you from doing them little roads. All right, I just wanted to mention that to you. Now, I want to show you something else too. Sometimes you'll pull a waypoint out and you might be highlighted here. If you are highlighted right here instead of down here, like this, if you're highlighted here, it's going to put the waypoint on this side. Put the waypoint on this side. You don't want to do that, because if my next waypoint when making this map is South US Highway 17. There is South US Highway 17. If I double click, instead of putting it at the end of the route, because this is highlighted, it's going to put it there in front of it. Now look what I have just, well, let me recalculate. Look what I have just done. I have just now taken it from the parking garage. I've come all the way down here. Well, I come all the way down here and back to the parking garage. It changed my whole route. So you want to be very careful. You know this US 17 was supposed to be right there. You hit recalculate, and now I got my route back. Our distance is 158 miles. I've named these places. Now, when you're building your route with Basecamp, it gives you a few different deciding factors. Like one of them, I can double click here at my first waypoint, and I can go to departure. I could put dates and all that in, but I'm not. I'm just going to put times. We're leaving usually at 10 a.m. And then I say OK. So right now this is going to calculate, which it already did, that you'll arrive home at 1:25 p.m. when you leave at 10 a.m. Well, there's a few different things we've got to add with this. So while we're parked down historic downtown parking, we're going to get there at 11:47, but we want to give ourselves 2.5 hours to explore and possibly eat. Call it 3 hours. We're going to eat also. So we double click on it. We go to departure. Layover time, 3 hours. Say OK. Right now, see, layover 3 hours. It automatically calculates that now you're going to get there at 11:47. You're going to leave at 2:47. Now, this changes our time 4:25 getting home. At Raceway, we're going to want 20 minutes. Depart, 20-minute layover for filling up and saying goodbye to those that aren't going to follow us home, going a different route. Now we're at 4:45. But we're also going to do a stop there, and we're going to call that 20 minutes to have a cold drink. Now, when we do that, it's going to show you 3 hours and 26 minutes of movement time. Total time with everything we're doing is 7 hours and 6 minutes. But anyway, that is our map now. And a lot of times, especially those of you at Basecamp, I'll go up here and put this on 1,000. And I'll just see if it does any weird turns here. Yep, that's right. It goes up there, yep. Comes over here, yep. Over here, yep. Over there, yep. Okay. 158 miles. So you know you pretty well got everything matching. So this should be the same. Let me do that. Route as this here. Should be the same route. That I can transfer this to any other file. As I told you, I put in my thumb drive. This is it. I take St. Augustine here and I drag it up to my thumb drive. Let loose of it. It's loaded up. I would go to my thumb drive, which is my Patriot. It says Garmin and GPX. There's the routes and waypoints. Okay, for me just to have a GPX file, I end up going to another folder. Working GPX. Make a new folder here. New. Folder. Title it. St. Augustine 2019, enter. Okay, what I would do is open up this folder to get just the GPX. This is my thumb drive, just to get the GPX out of it. I go right there, there's my route. I drag it. It is now a GPX file only, nothing else. I can come here and rename it so that when you put it in your GPS, you will see the name St. Augustine 2019 pop up. Now that's on the folder you just made. You go back, and let's go to, let's get rid of all these. Delete. Yes. Now, I take this working thing, put it over here. There's St. Augustine. It's in your thumb drive, and it is now a GPX file. I can take this file now and send it to any of my friends that have a GPS that accepts GPX files. They can load it in, and they will have the same route that I have. Okay? And that's pretty much it. But that's how we make our routes, and that's how we convert them to GPX files. I hope this helps you with some of your roads. Also, we have a video how to input the route in your GPS. Also, be sure to check out our YouTube page. We also have a Facebook page, and we also have a website trying to keep these all together. This, once again, was a Michael and Marcia's motorcycle trips video. Ain't that right, Sprocket Baby, huh?